Hey art nerds, today I'm going to show you how to draw and ink a festive holiday poinsettia. And then later, during a live stream, I'll show you how to color this using watercolor markers. So I am sketching this in a Canson XL watercolor sketchbook, something that can take watercolor pencil. And I'm going to start by drawing a couple of circles. The inner circle indicates the actual flower part of the poinsettia, and the outer circle indicates the red leaves that I guess people think of as like the poinsettia flower. Radiating or going around that inner circle, I'm going to draw leaf shapes of various sizes. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be precise. If you look at a poinsettia, you'll see that the leaves themselves kind of vary as you go around. So as I was working on this, I was referencing different poinsettia plants from Google. So I would recommend you just Google poinsettia and kind of take the elements you like best from each one. This drawing here is a drawing of, I guess, 5 different poinsettia plants all kind of merged into one. So the inner leaves are going to be red and they're marked with an R. The outer leaves that I'm sketching now are going to be green and they're marked with a G. And you'll notice that the leaves kind of spiral outward. So I drew the much smaller inner leaves first and drew progressively larger leaves radiating around the poinsettia. So now I'm just drawing little oval shapes in the center to indicate the little florets that are actually in the center of the red poinsettia leaves. So now that we have our sketch finished, we can start inking it. If you're going to watercolor this later, you're going to want to work with an ink that's going to be water safe. Today I'm inking with a Sakura Pigma FB for the finer details, and then I'm using a Pentel pigment brush pen in extra fine for the larger shapes, particularly the leaves. And we're going to start by inking our center florets first, so basically we're working in reverse order. So I'm kind of breaking those little oval shapes down and drawing some mini, more pointy ovals, I guess, surrounding the oval shapes themselves. And if you're interested in learning how to draw more flowers, I have a whole How to Draw Flowers series here on this channel that I think you guys will enjoy. I take you step by step through 18 different flowers, not including this one or the water lily that kind of kicked it all off. I'll link that down in the description below. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm working heavily from reference, and this required, obviously, clicking on one of the images and zooming in so I could see what the center of a poinsettia plant actually looks like. And I also want to point out that this video has been time-lapsed by about 2, so this is twice as fast as it took in real time. So it's totally fine if you don't draw or ink this fast, neither do I. And it's perfectly normal to just take your time, figure things out, and if you need to, erase and restart it. Don't get frustrated, but be patient with yourself. Learning to draw is a process. So now that I have the center of the poinsettia drawn, I'm going around and drawing the outsides of the red poinsettia leaves, or inking the outsides of the red poinsettia leaves using my extra fine brush pen. So when it comes to brush pens, they have a lot in their favor. They are easy to use once you get the hang of them. They are basically no mess, and they're available in a wide variety of, like, whether they're waterproof or whether they're dye-based or in a variety of colors. So for the leaves, if you bear down on the brush pen, you're going to get wider lines. If you just lightly hold the brush pen against the paper, you're going to get much finer lines. So to capture kind of the roughness of a poinsettia, I'm varying my pressure and my line weight. So just like when I was drawing this poinsettia initially, I am radiating the leaves around the poinsettia plant as I ink them. So we started in the center and we worked our way to the back. So basically I am drawing the things that are closest to the viewer first and then working my way to the background. As you draw, you may decide that your illustration needs more leaves. So I've drawn in a couple of extra green leaves just to kind of balance out the composition. So if you want to, you can stop with just the basic outline, but I also wanted to capture some of the veins on the poinsettia leaves. So the red leaves have veins that kind of match the leaf color itself. The green ones have contrasting yellow veins in many of the poinsettias that I referenced, and that was something I wanted to capture. So I'm starting with the red leaves, and I'm drawing the center vein down the center of the poinsettia, and then I'm alternating veins coming off of that center line, and I'm just kind of staggering them a little bit. So they're not forming a V shape, but they're forming a Y shape. Once I have those sketched in, I'm inking them with the extra fine brush pen, holding it very lightly and very delicately so that we can get a very fine line weight. So like I mentioned earlier, the larger green leaves have contrasting yellow veins. So what I'm doing is I'm creating open line work. So rather than just one heavier line weight to indicate the veins, I'm going to create two lighter line weights to kind of leave room for the yellow paint. So I'm sketching that first, and I'm drawing the center line, and then I'm drawing another line parallel to the center line. I'm drawing our Y lines, and then I'm drawing a connecting line to that to create those open veins. And since this is a finer vein and I want to leave room for the yellow, I'm going to ink that using the Sakura Pigment FB. And this is a very fine little brush pen, and it's also waterproof, so I'll be able to watercolor on top of this without either of the inks that I use reactivating and bleeding all over the place. And this really just benefits from kind of going slow, taking your time, and noticing the details, looking critically at your reference images and noting the details that you want to capture. So drawing plants it's a lot like drawing portraits in that you're looking for those defining features and making sure you capture those. So before I paint this, I'll allow the ink to cure to the paper for 24 hours and then I'll erase the graphite. And then it's ready to paint. If you want to color along with me and you don't feel like drawing your own poinsettia, the line art will be available to purchase. If you're one of my fantastic patrons on Patreon, you're going to get the line art for this for free. Alright, so that's how to draw and ink a poinsettia. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you guys are looking forward to some of the other holiday drawing and art tutorials that I have planned for the channel. Happy holidays, guys. Bye!